Coming up next on the Pro Wrestling Report Primetime, a look at tomorrow's Survivor Series with Be the Booker. TNA Impact Wrestling has a new home, and it's not on Spike TV. And details on how you can meet Mean Gene Okerlund for free FREE tomorrow, right before the Survivor Series in St. Louis. Pro Wrestling Report Primetime Saturday night starts right now, right here on My 24 Milwaukee.
This is the Pro Wrestling Report Primetime TV, the longest-running pro wrestling news program in the world, with your hosts, David Hero and Damian Nelson.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Pro Wrestling Report Primetime Saturday night for Saturday, November 22nd, 2014. We are right on the cusp, David Hero, of Survivor Series tomorrow on pay-per-view on the WWE Network from San Luis, Missouri. You know, anything newsworthy going on down there this weekend? St. Louis? Yeah, we got big plans. Mean Gene
Black
Okerlund's going to be
Friday
in town.
came early in St. Louis.
That's next week. And we are going to go to Sweetie Pies.
Yes. Can't wait for
tomorrow
Sweetie
for
Pies.
lunch.
Yes.
And then from there, it's to the Hard Rock. We're Mean Gene and Rosita. We're doing a free meet and greet. You don't have to pay a dime to get in. As a matter of fact, just by showing up, you get 10% off your meal bill at Hard Rock.
What about drinks?
Yeah, 10% off.
We said meal. I mean, I know how that
Your
works
meal
for
bill.
you. I mean,
Bill.
you have a liquid lunch.
Well,
so.
hydration is key.
Yes, it is.
Let's get right down to it, folks, with this week's WWE Report. And, well, you know, we found out some interesting things on the episode of Raw this past week, which was namely Sheamus, gone, injured.
He's like the Great Kazoo.
I'm sorry?
The Great Kazoo.
Is he here?
He just, poof, he's here, poof, he's gone. It happens often.
Sheamus added to the long list of injuries in WWE right now, and seemingly it is a legitimate injury. It's taken him off the team for the Team Cena.
It's too bad. I like
Survivor
Sheamus.
Series.
I know a lot of people think he's overrated. Sheamus is a solid performer.
Sheamus is a great performer. Sheamus is a former World Heavyweight Champion, I believe former WWE Champion
Yes,
as well.
he is.
But the question is Sheamus in the right place right now, injury notwithstanding, as a good guy, a face, if you will?
I think he's a babyface. Absolutely.
He's
I
not
think he
blending
should
into
be.
the mix as a babyface?
No, he can't blend into the mix they got right now. It's so diverse. Well, you got a Ryback, you got a Dolph Ziggler, you got a one of the Wyatts. You know, and then you have Big Show and Sheamus. It's different. And Ambrose, they're all different.
Well, on SmackDown last night as well, we found out that if if Team Cena loses the big main event matchup, the Survivor Series matchup tomorrow night, that all members of Team Cena, with the exception of John Cena, will be fired.
And why won't they fire John Cena?
I understand he might be worth something.
Triple H said he's the only guy worth anything. He said
Did he do this?
that. What, Bang Bang? That's Cactus Jack's gimmick.
No, that's a song.
Oh. But he's the only one that's worth it. He meant it. He really did. You know he
Truth
did.
hurt, folks.
But you know what? It could make for some interesting TV if Team Cena loses. Because then it gives opportunity for a whole new group of babyfaces to pop up on TV for a little bit. Because you keep in mind, Royal Rumble is 40 men.
They've said that, but not officially, yes.
Oh, it's official. Just like last week when we announced the other two guys on the Survivor Series matches, and everyone says, you guys don't know anything,
Not
it
everyone,
wasn't announced.
Just your fans.
We were right.
Well, much more to talk about regarding World Wrestling Entertainment later on as we go into Be the Booker for tomorrow's pay-per-view event.
It's always right there in front of everybody.
Is it?
It always is. And it
these
is
cameras?
well, not that camera, but it is what it is. And just accept it.
What are you saying?
It's just, the answer is always right in front of you. It's always staring you in the face.
Well, I'd like to hear which star is staring us in the face this week. The person who has achieved status as this week's Robert Hack, Diamond of the Ring.
This week's Robert Hack Diamond of the Ring is the new Intercontinental Champion, Luke Harper, defeating the Golden Boy, Dolph Ziggler on Monday Night Raw. Luke Harper becomes the new IC Champion. Who do I trust when I'm buying my diamonds? I trust Robert Hack, and this week's Robert Hack Diamond of the Ring is the new IC Champion, Luke Harper.
Interesting move going into the Survivor Series.
It
perhaps.
had to happen.
Why so?
Because Luke Harper isn't a star yet. Right?
True.
Bray Wyatt's already a star. Bray
Yes.
Wyatt does not need a championship belt to make him a bigger star.
Bray Wyatt, who I believe is going to be on the pre-show panel for Survivor Series tomorrow.
Really?
I believe so.
Well, that'll be
Bray
interesting.
Wyatt, I'm sorry. I'm thinking Wade Barrett.
Oh, wow.
Sounds
really?
like Wade Barrett, Bray Wyatt.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a...
One's British. Okay.
I knew that.
Eric Rowan, he could have been another good choice to become a champion because both those guys need to be elevated to upper, middle, mid-card. But I'm happy that Luke Harper got that opportunity. At the expense of Dolph Ziggler.
Who's endorsed?
Who is?
Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, Luke, you didn't endorse Luke Harper?
No, I haven't endorsed anyone lately.
You haven't?
No.
You've been pretty lame with that.
There's been no one worth endorsing lately. There's been no one worth endorsing lately.
Wow. You just buried the entire company.
No, I just laid down an executive order.
Okay.
It's this week's Diamond of the Ring, folks. So much more to come here on the Pro Wrestling Report Primetime this week, including details on how you can meet Mean Gene Okerlund for free just before tomorrow's Survivor Series in St. Louis, the Event Center, the DWHS, and also be the booker for tomorrow's Survivor Series. But, of course, also big news, TNA Impact Wrestling off of Spike TV. Where will their new home be, and will you be able to watch it? All that coming up next here on the Pro Wrestling Report Primetime.
When you're diamond shopping, variety is important. At Robert Hack Diamonds, we'll show you multiple diamonds side by side underneath the microscope and show you what to look for when buying a diamond. GIA graduate gemologists are on staff for expert diamond grading. Robert Hack has affordable prices on all diamonds, including diamonds certified by the GIA. Need a mounting for your diamond? Our selection is huge. Buy your diamonds today at Robert Hack Diamonds or visit roberthackdiamonds.com.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Pro Wrestling Report Primetime Saturday night. Damian Nelson sitting alongside David Hero.
I didn't get my introduction this week.
No, you didn't.
That's shameful.
We don't have time. We have a very tight show this week.
I'm
Got
sure.
a lot to talk about, including in this week's TNA Impact Wrestling Report. Big news. News that a lot have been waiting for. TNA earlier this week announcing that they are making a move on television from Spike TV here domestically to a new network, one that is owned by the very, very powerful Discovery brand of networks. You know, the Discovery Channel.
Yes.
You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals. I'm singing a song, not anything more.
Yeah, don't confuse the people.
But they also own the Oprah network. I know you spend a lot of time watching that.
I have.
Maybe Eliana can fix your life.
Please.
They are moving to the Destination America network, ladies and
It's going to
gentlemen.
be a discovery to find Destination America on a bunch of these cable companies,
We'll
though.
talk about that in a minute. This move does start in January, where TNA will be moving from Spike TV to this new network. Now, this new network, Destination America, is on in about 50 million homes, available rather, in about 50 million homes via cable and satellite subscribers. However, many of those homes it's available in, those 50 million homes it's available in, it is only available on a tiered plan, meaning you have to be paying extra in some cases to get that channel.
So what you're saying is that TNA Impact Wrestling now has their own network.
No.
So you may have to pay an extra $9.99 a month to watch it.
You could go in a roundabout kind of way to get where you just got. Yes, I think so. However,
that?
comparatively speaking, Spike TV was available in 97 million homes, clear and free. So right away, TNA has unfortunately cut their potential audience rather, in half. But there are some very good opportunities for TNA on this new network, including additional programming. Dixie Carter has long said that she wanted additional programming for TNA Impact Wrestling and that they couldn't do all that they felt they needed to do in the 2 hours a week that they had available to them on Spike TV.
I just can't take this seriously. I'm sorry. And I love my TNA brethren. I do. I love all those guys there. But
Did you want me to get the shovel from over there?
No, this is
Or do you have it already?
This is bad.
How's it bad, David?
Well, I mean, EY can probably get another fishing show. Okay? ODB can probably do a show about, her double wide.
residence.
Trailer.
Here's the thing.
Do you really think they're paying for it?
Of course they're paying for it. Not much.
It has to
maybe
be.
more.
It has
we don't
to,
know the details of the financials. Let's not make assumptions.
But look at all the other networks that weren't interested.
Yes, and it's interesting though when you look at those networks, and there are a lot of network umbrellas, if you will. We talked about Destination America being under the Discovery Channel or Discovery brand of networks. Then you've got Viacom.
Why do you laugh? Please tell me why you laugh.
Because you're over here chuckling and smirking because you can't.
I can't what?
You can't give TNA credit for the fact
I will.
that
Hey,
they
got a
continue
TV
on
deal.
TV.
They got a TV deal.
On
That's
a network
fantastic.
that will make that programming the cornerstone of its network, because currently its biggest show can only manage to do about 100,000 viewers.
And what is their biggest show? Okay, please tell me what their biggest show is.
You don't watch Extreme RVs?
Is that
Actually, I'm quite fond of that.
Is that their biggest show?
That's a show I believe that's on.
Well,
the
then ODB can be a part of that one then.
Impact will do
she
well.
can't. She's not with the company anymore.
If Impact draws 200,
They could bring her back for that now.
If Impact draws 250 to 300,000 viewers a week, that would be viewed as a huge success. However, one of Spike TV's challenges with the Impact programming was the lack of a female audience and the older skewing demographics of the audience that was tuning in.
Something go on the Oprah channel if they want a female audience. Because they're related, you said.
They were getting about 1 million viewers a week. Regularly
Okay,
on Spike TV.
hold on. Again, because we're having a conversation now.
We are having a conversation.
Okay, we haven't talked about this before.
We have not.
You're saying that 250,000 viewers would be deemed a success on that network.
On that network, it would be deemed a success.
And if they were still on Spike and they got 250,000, what would happen? They'd go to Sunday mornings at 6 a.m.
Would they be easy like Sunday morning?
I hope, I really do. I want them to do well.
I can't believe you're poo-pooing on this so strongly.
Because it's not good.
What other? Clearly, they had no other options.
No.
But
then maybe
this is better than not being on at all.
I don't think so. I really don't. Because they have yet to make money. And now they're on a smaller network. Hoping to get 300,000 views. Hoping.
Let's say they pulled 1 million. They can't.
Exactly.
Not that, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. They have consistently for years, but it's all about availability.
So, hold on. So 50 million viewers, if they got 1 million views, what is that a percentage?
That is
a pretty big percent.
Yes.
Not going to happen. I feel terrible.
It's an opportunity, though, for TNA Impact Wrestling. They obviously are transitioning to a new network. They have called it a new home, a fresh start, if you will.
Do you honestly believe Spike TV is going to let TNA Impact Wrestling tell their audience, we're going Destination, right?
Destination America.
Yeah, I can't remember the name.
Let's not forget what Spike TV, Viacom, TNN did to WWE when they went back to USA in 2005.
But there's a difference. They were live on their last show.
Yes.
They could say whatever they wanted
and
to.
And they did
TNA
as much as they could.
Put everything in the can 2 months ago.
This past Wednesday's Impact was the last new episode of Impact taped to air for the remainder of this year. So how do you make that transition? Spike is clearly...
Exactly.
Should they rebrand? Should TNA, the name, disappear?
Kind of already has.
Should Impact Wrestling, the name, disappear?
No, you really can't, because that's the only thing of any... There's value in it for a smaller network. I mean...
What about the roster? It's no secret Spike TV was the #1 source of funding for Impact Wrestling.
And that's why guys like Sting and Hogan and Flair are gone.
Mm-hmm. Without that funding, again, we don't know the financials of this deal, but you've got to assume that it is less than what Spike was paying.
I'll be curious to see what happens with Samoa Joe, because his injury, to me, means his contract was up. Mm-hmm. Will they re-sign him? Well, some of these guys that got some bigger money, I mean, from what I understand, some of these contracts that are being offered are considerably less than what they were making before.
Oh, that again.
Yeah.
Last week, the question was, is TNA Impact Wrestling screwing over their talents? I think the question maybe could be re-asked.
I don't think they're being fair to their talents.
So the company's not going to go under, as some said it would.
Okay, but
by the end of this year.
I know we only have so much time for TNA. We don't really talk that much about their stuff anyhow, but this is important. when WWE went to USA, they did it because there were other avenues for their talents to be on other shows.
Part of the NBC Universal umbrella.
Yes.
Saturday Night's Main Event came back. Tribute to the troops.
Destination America.
They've got the full.
Are they doing like an ice fishing show?
I don't think you're fully aware of the programming on Destination America.
I don't think anybody is. You can't even tell me 3 other shows.
I mentioned Extreme RVs.
Okay,
I believe there's Extreme Yachts as well.
Well, it's perfect then for Tommy Dreamer and the Dudleys. They'll find something. It's not good.
You haven't given it a chance.
You know why? Well, I'll mention more of it in my DWHS. That'll be more
You want to
appropriate.
table it till then?
Sure.
Take it offline, if you will.
Off. I didn't say flatline.
This week's TNA Impact Wrestling Report, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to take a time out, and when we come back, it's this week's Event Center, and I guess David Hero will finish up his thoughts on Impact Wrestling with this week's DWHS. We'll be back in just a moment.
Gruber Law Offices and Great Lakes Championship Wrestling presents Blizzard Brawl 10, Saturday, December 6th at 7 o'clock p.m. at the Waukesha County Expo Center. See legends such as Mean Gene Okerlund, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, along with your favorite wrestling stars. Blizzard Brawl 10, the biggest professional wrestling show of the year, Saturday, December 6th, 7 o'clock p.m. at the Waukesha County Expo Center. Get tickets now at blizzardbrawl.com. Blizzardbrawl.com.
Don't miss it.
Welcome to the PWR Event Center, brought to you by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. Complete your WrestleMania weekend with the official PWR endorsed weekend plan. It all starts Friday, March 29th, when PWR returns to WrestleCon, where you can meet all the stars of pro wrestling and even be a part of a special primetime TV special that will be taped at WrestleCon. Following WrestleCon on Friday night, join us at the Shenanigans VIP Club Party at the San Jose Bar and Grill, located next to the Convention Center, hosting NXT and Access. Appearing at the party will be Kevin Nash, Thea Rosita Trinidad, and Zima Ian will be the official DJ for the night. Admission includes a red carpet meet and greet with the stars and a free food and drink special all night long. Then on Sunday, you can join the PWR team in a private VIP suite for WrestleMania at Levi's Stadium for the 5th annual Sweet and Sexy. Tickets for all these events are very limited and are available now at PWRshow.com. Shenanigans are coming to St. Louis for the Survivor Series tomorrow afternoon. This free event will be held at the world-famous Hard Rock Cafe right next door to the Scottrade Center, which will host Survivor Series that evening. WWE Hall of Famer Mean Gene Okerlund and Thea Rosita Trinidad will be appearing for a pre-show meet and greet. RSVP for free now at PWRshow.com. GLCW presents Thanksgiving Rumble Wednesday night at Circle B in Cedarburg, featuring the world's largest midget, Meatball. Get tickets at blizzardbrawl.com. That's it for this week's Event Center, brought to you by Gruber Law Offices.
TNA Impact Wrestling has found a new home for their weekly television show, Discover America or Destination America, which means most of America will have to discover this new destination. It doesn't get any easier. TNA has some amazing talents, and many of my super friends are on their roster. They go from Spike TV with 100 million potential viewers to a network with just over 50 million. If we thought the house show business was a challenge before, it will not be easier. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to be completely negative. I am happy they got a new TV deal, but I don't know if this is the right network for this company. Rumors of TV tapings the first week of January at the Manhattan Center are already beginning. That's a great start. Let's hope their new network, who has less than 12,000 Twitter followers, can create some magic. And with that, David Hero has spoken.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, the insurance company may try to stop you from getting what's fair.
After my car wreck, the insurance company just wasn't helping me, so I said stop, and I called Gruber Law Offices.
Be careful. Call us right away.
They better be careful. Now I've got Gruber Law Offices.
Call us. Let us get started on your case right now.
They put the green light on my case and got me $65,000.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. Call 276-6666.
Welcome, ladies and and gentlemen, to PWR Be the Booker, looking at tomorrow's WWE Survivor Series, which is on pay-per-view on the WWE Network. Damian Nelson alongside David Octavius Tiberius, the alleged backyard, one-time knockout, straight-edge, hardcore, goat-face, pencil neck geek, Hall of Famer hero.
I'm not goat-faced.
I thought you were a Daniel Bryan fan.
No, I like Daniel Bryan, but no.
Well, in this segment, folks, what we do is we take a look at the card and the matches as prescribed, and then talk about how they would go if he
but let's
were.
make it. If I had the
changes
pencil
every
in
time.
the company, I would. This is how I would book the pay-per-view. Here's how I would have the winners. I would have the losers.
Looking for some redemption after your miserable performance.
Well, no, it wasn't.
Hell in a Cell.
It was a
'cause those weren't
prediction.
predictions.
It wasn't a prediction. It was
'Cause
how
they were
I would
wrong.
book it.
Okay. Let's get to the card, folks.
Yeah,
Firstly,
please.
Dean Ambrose, everybody's new favorite face, will take on Bray Wyatt, coming off the heels of Hell in a Cell.
I think this is going to be a fantastic match. I think you're going to have two guys that both love to talk. Both are going to be trying to prove that they belong, not just here, but down here eventually also in the main event. I mean,
What?
Ambrose was the guy that was main eventing Hell in a Cell
Yeah.
a month ago.
Uh-huh.
Now he's maybe number 3 from the top at best. Bray Wyatt, Ambrose, going to be a fight, going to be fantastic. The fans are going to love everything about this match except the outcome. It's going to be a no outcome. It'll be either a double count out, double disqualification. No way is any one guy going to make the other one be pinned or submit in their first fight.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. All right. Well, the WWE tag
Here's
team.
how we can tell.
How can we
on
tell?
this match?
On this
because if they go for pinfalls early, then they're trying to win. But if they're just punching and kicking and fighting, then it's just a fight.
WWE Tag Team Championships will be on the line in a fatal four-way, I believe. This is a matchup
Yes.
featuring Damian Sandow, and The Miz versus the Usos versus Los Matadores versus the Tag Team Champions, Goldust, and the endorsed Stardust.
I think this match could be awesome. I think all
Got some
four
entertaining
of these.
peeps and
I
some great
think
performers.
these three teams are fantastic. This one is a comedy show. The fans are going to be behind Mizdow because they like Damian Sandow.
Who's also endorsed.
He is. I think Mizdow could leave the new tag team champions. I do.
that talk.
But I honestly believe Goldust and Stardust
Now we're talking.
are going to retain the tag team titles.
Is this elimination?
It's a fatal four-way. It doesn't really matter.
8 men, 1 ring, 1 night, 1 match. Tag team titles on the line. Mizdow, there have been rumors of a split between the two.
Can't do it yet.
Cannot do it yet. Did the championship belts afford them a better opportunity to do that down the road?
They can't split till after the Rumble.
After the elimination.
Yeah.
I got it. Ladies and gentlemen, the next matchup will be for the Divas Championship. It will be AJ Lee one-on-one with Nikki Bella. AJ Lee, the champion.
Yeah, but Nikki Bella, they're just investing too much into her. They're giving her a whole lot. They got Brie along. I think Brie is going to be there. Nikki Bella leaves the new WWE Divas champion.
Should AJ be chasing? Rumors that she's leaving the company.
There's
are out
always
there.
rumors that she's going to leave
You know why? Those rumors even exist.
because of her husband.
Who
Exactly.
left.
Yeah.
How about his tweet the other day?
I don't follow him.
You want How about Vince McMahon's tweet yesterday? I'm sorry, on Friday.
I don't remember. What did it say?
Survivor Series will be very interesting.
Oh, it should be. Look where we are. Anything's possible.
Nikki Bella, new Divas champion.
Which brings us to the Divas elimination match.
That it does. 5-on-5, Divas.
You got Natalie, you got Foxy, you got Naomi, and you got Emma on one side. And then you have Layla, Summer Rae, Naomi, and Paige on the other.
Good group of gals.
I agree. And if it's up to me, I'm going to book it where Foxy and Natalia, Natty, win the match and then go after Nikki Bella.
Because whoever comes out of that match needs to go after the champion.
Right. And with Alicia Fox now going to be on Total Divas the next season, they need to start re-elevating her again.
Fair enough. You want to write that down?
No.
No?
Everyone knows I love Foxy. So Foxy's going to win.
The main event, ladies and gentlemen, it is a lot on the line, actually, in this matchup. Team Cena versus Team Authority. Team Cena comprised of John Cena, of course, Dolph Ziggler, The Big Show, Luke Harper, and Ryback. Team Authority comprised of Seth Rollins, Kane, Eric Rowan, Rusev, and Mark Henry. Now, the steps in this matchup, if you will. If Team Cena wins this matchup, Team Authority is no more. They are no longer in power, the authority over WWE, per Vince McMahon, who said Survivor Series would be interesting with a picture of John Cena. If Team Cena loses this matchup, then Ziggler, Show, Ryback, and Harper are all fired. Could the stakes be any higher?
It's kind of like picture pages with you, isn't it?
I'm sorry?
It's like picture pages.
Could the stakes be any higher in this matchup, David Hero?
Not for the good guys.
Well, they never win.
Not at all. I mean, wouldn't it be great if Cena turned on his own team?
Ah, come on.
Gets them off? Of course it's not going to happen. This match is designed to elevate one person.
Who dat?
If it's up to me, the sole survivor is going to be Rusev.
Well, now.
He is going to beat Team Cena. He will make John Cena lose, and Rusev will then go on to make sure that Team Authority stays in place.
I like that. But you have a theory as to why that might happen as well.
Yes,
pertaining to
because
Rusev.
if Rusev beats Team Cena, then Cena has to chase Rusev. Mm-hmm. And now Cena looks like he's weak and vulnerable because he lost his team. All of his buddies are fired. He's one man against the Authority, but he needs to get the Russian. And the Russian is going to be booed against John Cena.
Yep.
Because they're not going to cheer for him. I love it. Cena, and that match happens at WrestleMania.
Here's the thing, though. This is the Survivor Series, David Hero.
Yes, it is.
November tradition, the Thanksgiving night Eve weekend tradition. I wrote up here Roman Reigns, who could be involved in some way, shape, or form in this pay-per-view. Yet the Survivor Series has been known for what they call a screw job.
Yes.
We saw McMahon return to TV a couple of weeks ago. His daughter and his son-in-law are in charge of the company, and on the line is whether or not they will remain in charge of the company.
He's not going to want his daughter to be out of a job. She's cashed in way too many stock options. Rusev is the guy. I don't care what anybody says. If I'm booking this pay-per-view and I want a good reaction, I want fun, I want to build something, I'm building it with Rusev and John Cena.
And that's anybody home happy with that.
That's fine.
They got a network to sell.
But it's the Survivor Series.
And it is the Survivor Series tomorrow night on pay-per-view on the WWE Network. But before the Survivor Series, for those of you watching us in St. Louis, Missouri, come on down to the Hard Rock Cafe, which is located literally right next door to the Scott Trade Center in Union Station, 3 o'clock p.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. The PWR team, myself, David Hero, and Linda Kay, along with Mean Gene Okerlund and Thea Rosita. Remember Rosita from TNA Impact Wrestling?
Yes.
Trinidad will be appearing for a free meet and greet at Hard Rock Cafe. Free admission, free to get in. Bring your items to be signed or whatnot to meet with the legendary Mean Gene Okerlund from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. tomorrow. Great food, great drinks, great fun at the Hard Rock Cafe. Another great event brought to you by the Pro Wrestling Report. So we will see you in St. Louis. And those of you we won't see in St. Louis, we'll see next week right here on a Thanksgiving weekend edition of Primetime Television, David Hero.
Yes.
So for that one, this is Damian Nelson saying thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you at the Survivor Series tomorrow in St. Louis.